Hmm. So guys, welcome now. Is audible, visible to everybody, guys? Yes, anybody can confirm?
Yes, sir. It's audible, sir.
Great, great. Let me have water. So there are a lot of guesswork, stakeholder pressure, right? So that's why from product discovery to getting into the roadmap is very important from the initial stage of product phases, right? And we'll see how the different processes are there in terms of the getting into the using of AI validation, a lot of areas of other processes where discovery is not only done through AI tools, but validation from competitors and other areas. So it will help you to understand end to end, right? So I'll give a quick introduction. So most of the focus is on mastering the product management and leveraging, AI tools and AI softwares, right? That's why PML school started, and hands-on practice is very important. So all the programs you have to build something, you have to deliver something, right? So we believe in that. Tell me I forget. Telling will not help that. So we involve you building the products, right? So that's why domain specific you need to be a domain focused. If you are not aware of any domain, you are working multiple domain. It is very risky. End of the day, we are solving the business problem for health tech, med tech, right? Ed tech, fintech, any, So that's why it is very important to have a domain specific, not only technology. Then for the adoption, you have to see products are human centered, right? So those skills are very much built on, like, stakeholder engagement, like a portfolio building, prototyping, vibe coding, all those stuff where you can have feedbacks and your solutions become human centered, right? So our school is focused on that. So a lot of folks are learning, and we take programs on weekends only, Saturday, Sundays, right? And we try to see in terms of, not only one as I saw human empathy, you have to see the execution piece of it, because without execution, you cannot have the quick feedback. So iteration. Yes, emerging technology you always have to use, right? So most of the program leverages that area. And this is end-to-end skill architecture. If you're building your skill sets, right, from problem discovery to problem definition, and then planning and monitoring launch. So these are the basic skill set, you must be mastering them, right? So it is not that these are any negotiable, right? These are the foundation skill set that everybody have. And most of the areas we in our all programs, we help you to build those skill sets, right? And then we have all the, sports system, we say it, right? We have a career accelerator where we help you to for the program in terms of the interviews, your value proposition building, then all the programs which are, 4 to 16 weekend. Then we follow the portfolio first. You need to use your digital footprint in terms of building your portfolio. We have a community, mentors, and a lot of free resources. We keep on sharing monthly, a couple of books which are, is not easy to get. So we are getting from community and we are sharing, right? And we believe in this process. If you're building, your skill set, so you have to not only just understand the building part of it, right? You have to mix a portfolio of your career. So hands-on sprints apply all those skill sets, right? Portfolio, as I told you. Then you need to have, mentors feedback in our all programs, right? You have to develop your confidence and leadership skill. That's why you can talk to stakeholder, you can solve the problem, and overall help you to the career transition in terms of the higher roles. So if you are aspiring, then you can have a next level, right? In terms of building your skill set, you need all the five areas, not only one area, right? And we have different programs, as I told you. PM Launchpad is a 4 weekend program, right? And in that program, we focus on corely solving a major problem. For example, we are solving the roadmap this time, this month, and we're starting from next Saturday. Session will be 6 to 8 p.m., right? 2 hours, we have practical hands-on. And then we have other programs, CAPO, Accelerator, where we have a 12 weekends program. We do end-to-end product management, and you deliver one product, all the stages from discovery to building to GTM to simulation of personas to simulation of agile, and then building your GTM and analytics, right? So normally we have, in this group, 5 to 6 people only. We don't take too many matches. It's a one-to-one career coaching. We help you to build your portfolio. We help you build your LinkedIn CV, everything. Basically, it's a job placement readiness also, right? And then this, I told you, this is for the interview, sport, and all that, program. So this is high level, and that's me, Amit Gar. So I've been into industry from last 22 years plus, right? And specifically in product management, digital product management across US, across India and UAE, from last, three geographies, 15 years, right? And in my terms of study education, I did my master's from Ireland. I'm a gold medalist. I did my master's in retail and e-commerce, right? And a lot of certifications I have from I am Visakhapatnam and CSCSO, SAFE and POPM, right? So these I done it after having experience, right? And I worked with more than 15 global retailer clients, because my focus is on retail, e-commerce, and supply chain, right? And my core expertise of product strategy, road mapping is there, and product innovation, right? And I coach a lot of people. Till now, I have coached around 300 people, right? From the PML school. And we have different mentors, if you see, who are coming as guest mentors, different areas of different broad skill sets, right? For example, he is based out of, product discovery and delivery. Abhishek Mitra is there. So they have Anita. So different mentors, different skill sets. So she's based out of UAE, retail banking, fintech. So B2B, B2C, all the areas we try to bring a lot of guest mentors whenever possible to share their diverse knowledge and experience of practical learning, right? So that's why you start here and you get mentor guidance in each program, right? And then you part being of the community. And then if you're transitioning, we help you to build your transitional skill sets also, right? So that's in short about PML. And this is a lot of our users and learners. They have some, feedbacks and all that about our program, right? And different programs or different type of participants, PM challenge program, right? So they are learning hands-on for user first experience, those shifts are there. And then we have a MVP last time we did it. So it was very good. And a lot of people joined from across India, UAE, and even from UK and US, right? So people are joining across, they are trying to build one skill at a time, right? It is very important to go in the depth, right? If you have little bit experience, try to build one area very important and solid, and slowly, start building one area, right? For example, we are building roadmap here. Next month, we'll do a product tear down or MVP, right? So in June. So that way you keep on, having a depth of that, right? So as you know, the what is the real problem, right? So main real problem is that people are building too many features. That's why it's a very difficult for the everybody, why the products are failing. Mostly they are looking at like a feature factory, right? They are solving low priority problems. So we need to figure out which is the right problem, right? First of all, identify. Then what is the high priority problem, right? So roadmaps, as you see, you are working, right? Most of you, stakeholders, so the leadership, they are mostly driven by opinion. I feel it's important. CXO is telling, product engineering is telling, your operation team is telling. It has to be data driven, right? That is the intent of having it, right? And ignoring customers or first hand insights, that is values, right? So stakeholder pressure, is very important. Very, tactically you have to solve it as a product manager. You have to show data driven decision. So that's why truth does not, speed does not matter, right? If you're building a wrong thing, it matters you're solving the right problem. You're connecting to the right stakeholder to get their insights, right? So that's why when you're building the roadmap, and you have to understand how it is the difference between AI and traditional products, right? So primarily, anybody knows difference between traditional and AI products? Anybody wants to speak up? I'm giving opportunity if anybody wants to speak up, right? Anybody wants to speak up?
In traditionally, like Amit, we shouldn't use these AI applications like the trends which is came in right now in the market, right? We didn't use
Hmm.
it. Generally, we used to follow this regular kind of PRDs stuff, right?
Hmm.
But whereas in now AI has been drastically changing, right? Every domain, like
Correct.
Claude and new features are bringing in. So there, coding is missing, Amit. So I feel like man-made coding is missing. But whereas in AI will take care of everything like within a seconds. It's giving a app development as well as website
Correct.
development.
Yeah, yeah. I think that is spot on, good insights, right? So, but we also should aware most of the companies still are building traditional software products, right? So
Mhm.
so you should know what is traditional. So they follow a structured linear process, right? They have predefined rules, predefined code. They do not change on the behavior based on the data, right? They follow agile and waterfall. Less experiments are there. Logic driven is there, right? But when we are doing the AI product development, this is all experimentation, data driven, right? Because
Mm.
data keep on copying. You have your proprietary data, you have external data from a lot of sources like weather, polling, festivals, right? A lot of data. So then the models are building their, building the patterns in terms of models, and they are giving the outputs. So those logics does not work same time for same people. For example, Netflix recommendation for me will be different for you, right? Why? Because they are data driven products, they are AI products, right? So that's why the traditional products and AI products are different total. We have to find out the base of the data, right, before building. And in our program, we also identified, is your idea AI worthy, right? Can you build AI in that? So that's very important to understand, right? Where AI used. So that's why you need to understand the basic difference, right? So whether the automation can help it, well, the logic can help it, do have a data to build the AI product. So that's why focus on teaching system to learn from data to make independent decisions. So I am reading this specific line because they are taking independent decisions based on data, right? So it is all probabilistic outputs, not, fixed out logic. X will happen, so Y will come. So that's why these are not traditional products. So AI products are traditionally different, fundamentally different, and your mindset has to be changed, right? So we called it AI product mindset. So that is the impact of, working on the AI products, right? And as you know, when you are doing data-driven products, so they are data-driven and they require a lot of data sets. So you must know, understand what are the data sets required. Is the data is coming, refreshing each time, or is static data, is dynamic data, right? So as a product manager, you need to go deeper down in the data sets of your company. So you should have skill sets, basic skill set like SQL, Tableau, Power BI to analyze those data, understand use cases, right? How the models work, right? So that's why it's very important. A lot of companies are saying we are building AI product, but they don't have data, right? So they are trying to build the model. They are not seeing these pipelines, right? The regular flow of the data, right? Then only your use cases will, shine and commit. So that's why nearly half of the company have not adapted to AI simply because of the data is not ready. So data readiness is very important. And being a product management professional, you need to understand this data will keep on coming from third party, first party, from API integration, or from where. So detailed. It is not a work of not only AI team or AI ML engineers, but it's also work of product manager also in terms see the sources, data quality, and see the consistency. See complete consistent, right? Is very important. So if it is not consistent, your model will not, work. So there, wrong output, wrong predictions will keep on coming, right? So that way. So if you see in terms of product discovery, what is discovery, right? So finding the right problem. So a lot of problem products fail. We saw it, right? This is the basic problem where companies are failing, right? In India itself, you see each month, each year, a lot of companies are launching and they are closing within 2 years, 5 years, even after funding, right? Because they are not solving the right problem, right? And before building any solution, so you need to do invest time a lot of on research, right? A lot of on discovery, right? So what's the pain exist, right? Who has this problem, right? What is how often they does happen, right? It is just one time, right? Let's build this feature because some of the user will like they might use one time in a year after login, right? So how often does it happen? So your frequency, right? How painful. They have a cheap alternative, so they will face the problem and keep using the simple, alternative. We normally use that way, right? So it's very important to understand, are users solving it already? Something using, some using Excel work or some alternative. So it's very important how the users are solving that. So what is their current approach? Is worth building. So before that, these all areas you have to understand and go deep dive into your discovery part, right? So it is not just we find the fun problem and let's build it. You have to dissect the problem. You have to do the in-depth analysis and understand which geography, which area, which is the customer, which is the persona, and how this problem will evolve in the future, which other sectors are having similar problem. For example, you are working in fintech, right? And you see the, the Paytm is evolving now, but they are trying to now build new features because the old features that a lot of people have copied. So they are trying to find the right problems now still, right? So when you're building the old way, traditional PM, we say, right, manual feedback reviews, we see a lot of feedbacks on tickets, your CRM, all that, right? So you are guessing the priorities. Let's take and figure it out. These are top five priorities, and engineering say yes, yes, go ahead, right? No. So you have to be, because your feedbacks are coming regular, you have to build a pipeline of those feedbacks. So slow and manual interviews you are taking, right? You should set your voice of customer program, which is called VOC, right? So your feedback start coming. So discovery is not one time game. So each quarter, each month, or each, what time frequency, what type of product you have. You have a B2C product where large billion and million customers, you should have quarterly feedback. You should have quarterly coming those interviews with the users, right? So you need to automate that process. You need to build that systems of VOC or some team there, right? Opinion based product, we discussed that a lot of stakeholder telling led with this, right? Random backlog of features. So, but when we are using AI, see, you build a pipeline and AI summarizes hundreds of your, problem, ticket size, whatever, all the fields you give them, where the feedback is coming, and build a system. So when you are a product manager in a company, you start building these system, just only building the roadmap and all that. You start building AI, right? So data-backed problem solving will be, ranked where the data is telling, yes, this is the problem, severity and frequency, right? So AI generates surveys and summaries transcription, right? How you use that automation, and that gives you quick reply insights where you can go to the dashboards and quickly see, yes, these are the surveys and these are summaries, right? Evidence based roadmap. So you see what are the outcomes, what are the benefits, and yes, majority of the customer are looking. So that's why you have a structured opportunity backlog, which you see, customer will be using that product before in advance. You have a all the insight which is coming from AI, right? So that's why we see in terms of product discovery, what pain points exist, right? Product discovery we discussed. Again, I'm putting this slide because when you are doing this integration, right, of AI, right, you need to see what problem I am solving, right? Have I seen have I seen reality? Have I am solving this in already? Is worth solving? Always you need to validate the gates of checking it, right? Whenever you are automating your AI discovery, you have to check all these gates are there, all these checkings are there. Then only you move towards filtering and building a product backlog, right? Now, if you see AI, any field, if you see, AI cannot do. AI can analyze customer reviews, your sport tickets, your complaint tickets, everything, your sales objection in the field, and salesman and selling in B2B, right? User interviews, AI can do everything. See survey response, right? Competition analysis, automated competition analysis you can set up. Claude, Perplexity do a lot of good work in AI analyzing. I have used it for recent client this competition reviews. Not one time, I have created a automated, pipelines for them and build a dashboard on that. Right. A lot of communities we have, because communities have real informal, text analytics there. You can use those also, and social media is always there. Right. So all combined and then taking a decision. Here the product management is failing. Product managers are failing, so that's why AI is your friend there. You leverage that. Don't worry, I have seen the survey. Let's do it. No, I have seen the competition. No, you have to consider all of it. Then make themes, then see which are the problem. Then again go back to the dashboard. Yes, this is worth building it. This question again. Then only you start building it, right? So I'm just giving you mindset before going ahead, right? So what is the process, right? This is very generic process, if you have not done, if you're new to it. So you collect the raw data, basically all these sources where you have, all these areas, the raw data, you build the pipeline. A lot of company have different silos, right? So that's why it's very important. Do you think, guys, a lot of companies have built dashboards or connected all these sources? Don't you think these have different data sitting at one place? Yes or no, guys? What do you suggest? Anybody wants to speak? Anybody has seen this all data coming to one place in one company? Anybody wants to share the experience? Mostly these data are in silos. Silos means they're in different places, right? Survey response will come into some Google Sheets. You have some Confluence, all that. Competition review also there. Communities are different, but does not talk to that. You have to merge with that. Same social media insights, you have to merge with that. So all are different buckets. So, but as a product manager, you have to build together. You have to collect raw data. So that's the heart of it, where you have to talk to your data engineering team. If you're into product management, solve this problem starting, put all your data into one place, one data repository, and where you can use it by SQL, whatever, Tableau, Power BI, what is your, layer of intelligence, you can review that, right? And see the data elements available, right? So then you use AI cluster themes, right? Using AI tools, you group them, tag them, and those tags, and this will show you the cloud analytics or text analytics, right? Very easy. A lot of tools are there for this these days. Then you have to identify the pain points, right? Write problem statements as per the personas. Then you have to prioritize different frameworks, impact, frequency, business benefits all together, right? Not only it's a very big problem, no, but what is the business benefit for you as a company, as a product manager, right? Yes, definitely you will see the impact on customer, high impact, people will buy frequency, but is it will benefit your company if you build a solution? You have to look that also, then build a roadmap, right? So this exercise will all not only go over this high level of, roadmaps, but where we follow the 6 step, we have a deeper process in our program, right? Normally this is for startups or the startup aspiring product, very quick way to do it, right? But we have to implement a lot of frameworks also, right? So you review customer feedbacks, right? Too many payment failures, app crashes, and all that, these are coming on different ticket size, social media. Then you from AI tools, right? These AI tools are plugged, and then you make different themes like, checkout friction, pain point, what is the opportunity? Then you build a priority. So it's a sequential step where AI helps you to plug in everything at one place, right? And then you create your problem statements, right? So what are the users, what are your personas, right? And then you try to struggle with pain points, and when they are trying to, what is their goal, what is their jobs to be done, what is their target, right? And what are the bad decisions or problems they are facing altogether. So that's why you not only have to see the user type but pain point, what is their goals, and what is the bad call, what happens when they fail, if they don't do that, achieve that. So you have to do the problem statement in detail for each persona, right? Whatever you are targeting, in which geography you are targeting. And then you build a first high level. This is very high level. Don't go detail wise, story wise. No. Start putting problems, then you build a frequency, severity, and you put a revenue impact, right? So revenue impact in terms of how your company will be impacted, right? Then you decide your priorities, right? So this is very important for the leadership before building a detailed product roadmap, that we call it, right? So high level is always started, and then you quantify this, right? Quantify each area, right? So that's all the data driven you are taking, right? Any questions till now, guys? All good? All okay, guys? Any feedback? Speed is okay, guys, or it is too fast? That's why I'm asking.
Sir,
I
speed
have first time, so I'm feeling fast.
Okay, I'll go slow, no worries. So no worries. So that's why I'm telling, when we are connecting to the problems, yes, we will use a lot of AI prompts. And you can automate this prompt into your automation, right? You keep that, for example, this is a sample prompt. We have a sample directory also. So these are pre-built prompts you can put in your automation process. This will give you ready-made insight, ready-made dashboards for your product discovery. When you are doing in enterprise product management, these are all predefined, right? So nothing to go each time you are doing each discovery. For example, here, let's go back, right? So for example, let me take example here, right? So for example, you are doing analysis of this, right? You don't do the analysis of single. You do analysis entirely. You make a theme of it. You don't put a prompt here. You combine all the data, text, and then put those themes together. Then you put the AI prompts, and there's AI prompts automatically and keep on analyzing, right? And that's how you build your dashboards for the insights, right? This, what we called it, AI generated insights, right? These themes will come different 10 themes, 5 themes. As a product manager, you have to decide after the discovery, after the secondary. First, you start with secondary research, then you do the primary research and those, and then you see the internal, all the data points, right? And you try to build your themes and then try to get pain points, then opportunities, and then you lastly build your opportunities, right? And without that, don't go ahead without building this. Why we are building? Because we are aware what are the top problems. Are they talking to business revenues, right? Product manager is not just for building the platform, building the features, or they are responsible for the company revenue. They are responsible for the adoption of the product. So your customer loyalty increases, customer keeps on coming again and again, right? So that's why that's very important to at this stage to analyze and go deep, right? And you will use a lot of AI prompts. You can use in real time yourself also. Predefined library you can also give to the automation tools where they will, based on the data, they will analyze and give it, right? You can chat with the data like notebook LLM, right? You can put all your data in the notebook LLM and chat with it, right? And give insights from that, right? So there are different tools for it. So mostly people I saw currently, they are working on feature-led, roadmaps, right? So they are using add chatbot, add dark mode to the apps, add rewards, add dashboard, come copy the comp or any international they are copying, right? You are building in India, but you're trying to copy for US features, right? So that is all feature based, right? But you have to go the problem led roadmap, right? Reduce onboarding drops. So you are looking for the outcome benefit. See, improve payment completion rate. So you have a KPI, you have metrics. So that's why you try to see problems and then go into the terms of the roadmap, which are solving those problems, right? See, improve mobile checkout speed. These are some of the examples, right? That will help you to build the roadmaps. Still, we have not built the roadmap. See, we are still in the planning phase, discovery phase. So these is a very important step where you are the only person in the room who is responsible. They hired you as a product manager primarily, and this is the role of product manager, where product owner supports them, right? This is very important to understand the role also, right? Even business analysts in some companies support these areas, right? So now coming to the cases, right? So when you see this use case study, just I have put a use case from a research paper, right? So 500 sport tickets were analyzed. This is a e-commerce case study, right? So, and then Google reviews, a lot of from app reviews and churn rates from your internal data. This is the data analyzed, only three data points. See, internal. This is all internal. Nothing is still out external. See, this is all internal data, right? This is also Google reviews, right? This is all churn notes, which are you getting. Still only then top pain point. Users were confused during the initial setup process when they are an onboarding problem of an app, right? This is a fintech e-commerce example. Onboarding process of the was very confusing itself, only for the internal data. And this should not come that I will do in quarter 1 or Q2 or Q3. This should automatically come to you. These are, and it should give you the pain point from the process. These are the pain points coming. You should see the dashboard or somewhere, and then you can take a decision in terms of I have to build some guided onboard flow. See, small decision quickly came from only your data, no comp analysis, no interviews, and all that. So that's why it's very important to see what our data links we have, data repository we have, and then have a continuous connect to them. So your pain points are not one time, it is ongoing, because you're as a user you're also changing. Yes and no, guys. We are also changing our behaviors. We are also changing different competitor. We are trying new brands. So this has to be continuous, right? Not one time, right? So now, moving ahead before it. So we'll take a break after 60 minutes. We will do the understand our program also, and we'll do the hands-on, co-piloting, or you can use any Perplexity co-pilot, right? Tool, all that. So we'll use some of the prompt to understand the process also, right? Detail. So yes, everybody knows, if you're new to it, AI discovery tools are, yes, ChatGPT, Claude, you can use Gemini. Here, I will say DeepSeek is also very good tool. Perplexity, I like it. Copilot is not that good. I have seen Notion AI for notes and all that stuff. But these are the major tools: Notion, Jira, Miro. Miro is for journey maps and sharing, collaboration. Product board is very good in terms of software where you collaborate all your findings. And Trello, you keep a track of, your task and, product building, right? I think a lot of messages are coming. So yes, these tools definitely 100% you should be expert, right? Not a starter. I know you should know how to create AI prompts using craft model, using race model. There are 13 type of frameworks to create AI prompts, right? These are the basic things. You should learn those things fast. In our program, we teach you how to create those prompts. We give you prompt library. We teach you how to create your own prompts also, right? And then that's why it will help you to stop shipping features, right? Nobody asked. And then start discovering problem worth solving. It's always defined why it is this problem you are solving. You should be ready, and you are the person in the room who will answer why this team of 20, 40, 80 people of product engineering developers who are building the product, because you are the person defining the solving the problem, right? And AI is helping you, right? Always start with the problem, never with the features, right? So evidence based, all the database, your secondary, primary, and your data from the different internal and external sources, right? And before moving, so this is our program in terms of, but I will ask any questions people have till. I will take a pause here, right? And ask if anybody has any questions till now. So now you find how the discovery is different, right? It is not a linear discovery, one time done. A lot of companies you must heard of. I have done the discovery, I'm now in the building phase, right? Yes or no, guys? Have you heard this? Now we are launching phase, right? Now we are building new features, but we are launching phase one, phase two, right? That time has gone. It is not a phase one, it's a linear, it's an ongoing process. And nobody is helping you. Only the product manager has to do it, right? Give me like, yeah. Good to see you, Ajay. Good, 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 guys. I saw a lot of people. Yeah, Ruchi, thanks for joining. Shivani, yeah. Good folk, good to see you. So, guys, I have shared in chat, WhatsApp group also join there. And now we will get into the deeper dive, right? That's the main thing. Let me again reshare. If you guys have any questions, I'll pause for a wait, or you can put in chat also your questions. If you want to have any question, let me see the chat, right? So this is the Pawan. Yes, okay, good, good, good. Thanks, Pawan. Yeah. So let me share now what you will do in actual hands-on, right? We want in all programs you to be confident of hands-on building. Don't build too many skills. If you are aspiring product manager, you should know everything, but start deep diving, right? You have should have a T skill sets. T skill set is like that and one, right? So you should know a lot of skills, but should be expert in couple of areas, right? For example, growth product manager. What is growth product manager? So they are not looking only you to build the growth side, they are also looking you to understand the product basics and then the growth aspect of the product, right? So that's why technical product manager, data product manager, right? So all those areas are focused. So you should see what is your value proposition, right? As a product manager, start building that. So let me quickly share now. And I'll share those links also where you can join the program, right? But understand first, right? Right. That's very understand that how you will building, and this will be individual projects you will be doing, right? Leveraging these tools, right? Some of the tools you will leveraging what data, points we have. And today we'll try to do for Blinkit in practically, or you can take another example where we have data sets, right? I'll try to do for the blanket. And this is we do in AI powered, PM launch program. So we have cohort based. We have around max to max 10 people, right? Not more than that. So mentor led, I will be leading that program, right? And we'll have 4 sessions each weekend, 2 hours each, right? And you will demonstrate what you have learned. You will discuss what is the problem in the domain. You should understand those all areas, right? So then after that, you will build your portfolio case study for that, right? Hands-on PM sets, right? And then we have a community to connect with across certificate of, definitely you'll get certificate after completion and a lot of learning resources and ebooks, particularly for discovery. I have 3 books, very key books for the discovery, and they're very helpful. You don't need to read 30, 100 pages, right? We have a summary for that, which you can execute it in real time, right? So that's why we tell, not only theory, practice it, right? How to do it, right? Like in real job. So it's very important because in interview, they ask how you did that in your last company. Okay, if you are not fresher, they will ask you, tell me the entire process, right? Or tell me, take this product, how you'll do the product discovery, how you'll do the roadmap. So that's why we are teaching what is required in making decisions, right? Rather than just theoretical concepts, right? So traditional courses are like, consumption of, frameworks, analog, whiteboard, but we take you in tracks of practicing, right? Practicing all things using AI prompts, using latest books from those concepts. You are executing them rather than just reading the book. If you are not implementing latest knowledge, then it is no use in books, right? So you have to execute in your project, right? And this is the challenge, 4 weekends, right? One sprint per week, and then we'll do the AI powered roadmap this time, which will start as I told you. We try to have on Saturday or Sunday 1 day session, right? or we can have one day, mostly we have on Saturdays, but if it is required, we also take a doubt session on Sundays also, right? It's online only. And then week wise, we'll go for, feature thinking, first of all, right? Problem discovery, then prioritization, and then you will building the trade-offs, and finally your roadmap and metrics, right? This way, you will take your own domain. For example, I am into health tech. I'm into retail tech, right? These are two my domains. I solve the problem on those area, right? Specific to your problem, and then you build the roadmap of the AI products, like for example, demand forecasting, right? In retail management, right? Like in fintech, whereby people are churning, right? So in terms of the mobile app failures of checkouts, right? Those all real problems you take and then try to build the roadmaps, right? So this how we do in real time. And then we use all the user data we have. Then only we'll take that product because data is required to build the insights and all AI to using the AI tools. And then we'll use the RISE framework, right? And use AI. Same we'll use this time Kano model also. Moscow, there is also Moscow. Anybody has studied all the both the models, right, guys? If you have not studied, this will be taking, right? Both the models you have to understand how to leverage it, right? And then you will be building your roadmap finally, and which will be phase manner Q1, Q3, and what are the priorities in terms of MVP, and then your version 1 and version 2. And parallelly, you have your metrics to track, right? And then you have, your all case study in terms of what was the problem validation, how you executed, and how you studied. So you will have your case studies in your portfolio you can build on, right? Recently, we have done 2, 3 portfolios. I will show you portfolios of Anita also. It's a quite so this is a portfolio how we build it. You should have portfolios that is very must. So rather than have only core skill, you should put AI augmented skills also, right? Whatever you know. So that will help you to put in the path of AI product management, right? This is the program fees. If you join one challenge, which is for roadmap, it is 299, and if you join 3 challenge, when it's 3799, right? So I'll give you the link. You can join that sheet who are looking. Yeah, and you can join for one-to-one consulting also in terms of your career questions or anything, right? And then understand which program is better for me, 1 month, 3 months, or the 12 weeks also, right? So, guys, before hands-on labs, any questions we have? I'll stop sharing the screen. Before hands-on doing labs, who are ready for the lab, first of all? Quick, because we have only 20 minutes to close this, maximum 15 minutes. Are you ready for AI labs? Anybody or not ready? So if
Yes, sir,
we'll
we
know,
are ready. Ready, sir.
please put in chat. Otherwise, we can close. We can have Q&A. uh, can have Q&A. Uh, and then we can do in the next session also AI labs. Also. That's not a problem. So let me see if we have more than 5 people who are ready. Then we'll do it. Pawan is okay, Raghu is okay, Tej is 3 people, Cynthia 4 people, 5. Okay, ready. So, okay, what about others guys who are ready? So let's do it. Okay, ready, Ruchi is ready. Okay. So guys, open your Perplexity. I'll say that is the tool you should start using it, right? If you are not using. And DeepSeek, right? I'll give you the links also. Perplexity every must have because Airtel has a tie-up, right? So a lot of people got Perplexity very easy. But DeepSeek, I want you to people use DeepSeek, right? Very detailed model there are there, and how they are growing very fast. And Claude, right? Perplexity, Claude, and DeepSeek. These are 3 good tools which you given the research driven. They will give the link of the research also, right? I have given you the DeepSeek, Perplexity, you already know, right? Claude, everybody knows so much, they are promoting everywhere. Claude design, Claude code is there, and then everything, right? After Claude, after some other thing will come, but you should know the fundamentals, right? So guys, what we'll do quickly, let me first explain what we'll do, right? Then we'll quickly do, right? If we are, yes, good, that's okay. So open your Perplexity, DeepSeek or Claude, anyone you have, right? So let me present what we'll do quickly in next 15 minutes, then we will have a, session closure, right? So first, let me give you the program details, guys. Let me run through you so you are aware, right? So people, does not think that you're a fresher that you cannot do, right? Even if you're a fresher, you can do that, right? If you're aspiring product manager, it's good to, learn that way, right? So without practice, you will forget 100%. You have to execute in real product, not in simulated product. That's very important. A lot of people are building hypothetical products or copying, how the Paytm has done. They have already done it, right? Companies are not looking to solve those problems. They are trying to bring innovation, right? They are trying to bring new products. How can you can use that knowledge? That's why it is very important to build them. So I'm sharing in chat the sheet where you can join the program, right? And I'll run through quickly and then we'll give you the AI prompts guide also, right? So let me share quickly. So this is the program. I think more than 5, 6 members already registered there, but normally we will have around 10 members there, not more than that. So let me share quickly my screen again. Okay. So as you see here, I have shared this with you. So we have different members here, right? And they have taken one or two program, whatever they like, and they have different experience, 10 years, 5 years, 15 years, right? So different mix of. You can join here, guys, get into this sheet, add your name, right? And then some of the people will reach you to get your payments later on, right? But show your interest here. So add your here name. So it's very important. So at least because we'll start from next weekend only, we are ready aware of it, right? So I'll give you time to add here and give on WhatsApp also to join and share your name, right? So 8 people have already registered. Couple of people are engaged in project, so they will join in next cohort also, right? So it's a keep on learning, right? Different programs, right? So now I'll quickly share with you the AI prompts, right? So that will help you to build your roadmap and we'll see do together. So I am open my Perplexity, right? Let me open my Perplexity and open your any Word Google Sheet, Google Word document, right? That's a simple thing. Let's open that and let me open any other tool, right? This time let me open ChatGPT only. I think this is opening already. It will save time, right?
Are you
So
sharing the screen? I can't
yeah,
see.
I am sharing the screen in terms of the no, I'll share right now. I'm sharing the guide of the AI prompts first, right? So give me time. Yeah, where's the guide gone? Great. Okay, it has gone out. Give me 1 second. Somebody has removed the place. Okay, no problem. So guys, open your tool, prerequisite, yeah, right? And we'll do quick AI lab forward. I think where's that gone? Okay, somebody moved it, no problem. Yeah, this is a working document. I have trained in one of the bank also to people. So this is tested and all that stuff. So now let's see what we have to do first, right? Let's understand. So let me again share my screen. So this is a process, right? And we have to have very much patience and have energies to align with the goals, right? Not just in executing the prompt. You need to understand what is coming from the prompts, right? Then only you can move to the next step, right? So first, let's see when we are doing the AI labs. So right, so AI does not replace product managers that everybody knows. A lot of people have also that AI product managers will replace. No, product managers are primarily for problem solving, right? And problems will keep on evolving, and users will keep on changing their behavior. So you have to make the product adoption better, so you can get the revenue, right? So now what we are trying to see in our product challenge, right? Not today, but overall we'll see it some of the when you are doing in full time. This is an entire discovery process, right? So you have a customer feedback coming from different insights. We saw the multiple sources, right? Internal, external. Then you build the AI insights, right? Then you build these all are connected through AI prompts, right? Automation is done in companies for this. A lot of companies have done in automation. And then your automated pain points keep on coming. Then your JTBT is a framework which is called jobs to be done. They are automatically generated. Problem statement, everything is automated. And then you have pain gain mapping, right? Then it gives your opportunity ideas. So you keep on refreshing your dashboard for opportunity ideas, right? What is opportunity in January, February, this week, and all that real time. Then your opportunity solution tree is there. Then you have a research plan. Basically, you will do a secondary research, primary research, and that too automated. And then you have an automated prioritization, and finally automated roadmap. So here your role is entire decision making, automation, right? Understanding every step they are connected. See, agent can do everything in one go, right? You have not only take decisions. So that's why those 6 steps which I show you is the primary step. But you have to, as a product manager, you have to go in deep insights each and every, right? And define for the company. If you are not still not defined in the company, please go and do it. And in our program, we'll help you to execute this and learn on hands-on doing, right? And then it will help you to build in your companies and product also. So guys, first step is that we'll take a product, like we'll take today Blinkit, because they have a lot of data sites. We need open data site. We'll take from Play Store, from wherever the insights, right? To analyze the problem, right? So let me give you the sheet. So it will give you, right? So this is the discovery part, and so, so let's me give you this link first of all. Yeah. So everybody should go it here. And I'll explain you patiently, very patiently, I will explain you. Understand first. You can create your own everything, learn everything, right? So when you get into that sheet, right? Let me keep it down and then go to the browser, right? So everybody getting into it, this sheet is same. Editor, I'll give you editor mode. Again, I'll put it. If anybody has missed it, go it. Yeah. So get into this sheet, guys. So why we are taking this sheet? Because here all AI prompts are built, right? And how the AI prompts are built here. And we can take Zomato also, right? Not a problem. I'll do for Blinkit because I have the ready data links with them, right? Yeah. So see if you see the prompts. So prompt number first, customer feedback, insights, and pain points. We are trying to build in. And then you have your formatting race framework. The origin is a different framework we have done. So here I have used CRAFT, craft. So craft is the framework I have used to leverage for the customer feedback and insights. And then you have another prompt which will give pain points and JDTBT, right? And problem statement. See, this all can be automated, right? And people are automated already, right? Then prompt will give you the problem opportunities and your pain gain and opportunity solution tree. And finally, you will get your opportunity and research plan and prioritization. And then you have your 90 days roadmap, quick in 5 prompts. And in automation, they take 5 seconds to do it when everything is connected. So now let's take it. Now open any browser. Take, simply you can open any browser. So let me take a new browser. That will be easy. And open any AI tool. And we have to give the context to the tool, right? Let me open my retail browser. And you can open any tool. Guys, which tool you are using? Just put me in chat. Anybody is using DeepSeek? Anybody is using DeepSeek? Put the tool name in the chat, guys. So at least any problem happens, I can guide you there also, right? Just put your tool name, DeepSeek, Perplexity, ChatGPT, whatever you are using, right? These are very basics, which I'm telling you today, entire framework, very snapshot. But when you do each week, 2 hours, and yourself, you present your product, then you understand how we are building it, right? So whatever sheet I have given to you, right? Let me minimize it altogether. Yeah. So first open the tool here, right? And I have checked also in terms of, you see earlier I run that. So it is not any making any problem also, right? Close the bar, let it open, right? It is not closing. So now if you have seen this sheet, now go to the first prompt, right? Go to the first prompt, everybody, and see what is it asking. Understand first, right? See, it is entire your blueprint, right? And it is asking minimum input. See, you must decide what is the minimum input. they're asking in terms of mobile web app platforms, right? There you are looking for the feedback for the mobile, your target users, right? You have to define. AI will not do everything, and you are looking for last 12 months in your 12 months responses, right? Example, this Blinkit, right? For Blinkit, I am taking, and you can open and copy this, right? Product Blinkit platform, Android app, target user this, and analyze Play Store. And you can go to the Play Store, go to the Play Store. You can go to the Play Store and open Blinkit, right? And take real data, right? Because from there, all the problems and everything will come, right? So here you can search for the Blinkit, right? What Blinkit app you have. So you can search. If anybody has searched already, they can share the link, right? Otherwise, you can share Blinkit. So Blinkit has two apps, customer facing, delivery partner, right? So if it come, the URL is there and their feedbacks and all, everything will be there. This is a grocery app in India, and you can just copy the Blinkit app store, right? If you go and check, see, have reviews here, right? 4.66, 4.2 million reviews. See, so that's why we have a data, open data, right? Same way when you're in company, you have, a lot of other data. So you copy that and put in your chat, first of all, in your Perplexity or whatever tool you're using, right? So let me close this, make it bigger. Oh, it is not closing. I don't know why. Tell principal no. Okay, let it. So first you put this, URL because that's your working, and then you go to your context setting. Context setting is given into the document that we saw it, right? Everybody has that got good access to the prompt, right? Go and copy that. What you're looking for the prompt. So this is not the website. Yeah, this. So you can copy from the prompt this thing. Platform, Blinkit, this one. Yeah. And now you're setting the context and taking a fresh chat. Always take a fresh chat in terms of, and then put it. Whether front, back, wherever you like, that is not a problem, right? So now you have given the context to your LLM, which is now we are using by ChatGPT and this. Now don't execute, don't enter. Now you quickly go and put a prompt a second, right? And if you want to take a Zomato, you can put a Zomato app review from the Google Store, whatever, but do it one thing, right? And now you take this first prompt, copy from here, and simply these prompts are built, right? And you will learn to build this prompt later on when we are doing, and just copy paste in terms of putting into your this app. So this is the answer where you will get and execute it, right? So, so you are getting all the insights from the app in terms of, see, wrong missing items, severity, frequency, everything. So it depends on how you have given the prompt. And if you same prompt, if you give in, see, let's say DeepSeek. I think I have an account here. Let me see. DeepSeek, yeah. You should check two, AI tools always. DeepSeek, I trust a lot because they have given a lot of, links to that. So now what I will do, I give the same prompt to DeepSeek also, right? This time I'll not give the link of the uh, Play Store there, right? I'll just directly copy paste, right? So then now you will see the difference, right? Just try to see, this is the first step where you start, trusting on the tools, right? Let it open. It is taking time. Oh, it is not registered. Okay, it is not registered. I have to register. Let me see if login is required. They'll ask so many things. So everybody got it first here. Everybody got their problem statements. Yes and no, guys. And then see, recurring complaints, top 5, 6.2 million. What was the data sets, right? Yes, AI tool will do, but you should know how to, analyze. Root cause analysis. A lot of business analysts are doing. That's why this is not required. Business analyst done work is done by AI. Top pains. So it has given top user pains prioritized, right? Already it has given. PM opportunity, but I have prioritized. So it has given everything to you as per the prompt, right? So Blinkit is habit and convenient, but biggest risk is trust erosion at scale. See, customers forgive premium. And when we are doing interview, please do it in advance. If you're doing Blinkit, any other company interview, right? You know the problem, what is the frequent problem they are facing, right? And now, after doing this, let me see if I show you the DeepSeek also, if it is signed or not. Okay, let me continue. And you go to now other tool and you can use that also. But let's execute the prompt number 2 in the same prompt. Copy paste this. Nothing to add, nothing to do. Just copy because I have connected this prompt from the previous prompt, right? And now you execute in your last prompt, right? Just execute here. And you will see the difference. Now I'm using this DeepSeek also for the first problem, right? Now what I'm doing here, I'm just copy paste what I did earlier, right? So this was my last prompt, which I gave it to the ChatGPT, right? And now I'm giving to DeepSeek. So now you will see the quite difference or the same. And what you are doing, deep thinking, and otherwise you can do, there are a lot of options. See, search and deep thinking. So always deep thinking is better because it will give you the research links also, right?
Amit, what we are doing here is the prompts that we have from the prompt that sheet. We are
Correct.
copying the prompt and like placing into the DeepSeek as well and ChatGPT as well.
Correct. I'm trying to show you can use only one tool. I'm trying to show that DeepSeek has is a better model, right? So, right, because it is not giving stopped. I don't know what me copy paste again. Yeah, let me resend. Yes, tool. So you should know as a product manager, yes, thinking now. See, now it will give you a lot of chat GPT. I don't trust to be frankly, right? And that's why it will give you a lot of frameworks and all that. So now I noticed that the customer feedback not pasted in. So now it is asking the URL, all that, right? Now, so now URL is not given here. See, now you go and copy the URL and give it again to that.
I mean, like if you're giving these prompts, right, to Blinkit
Mhm.
and whatever the prompts you mentioned, right, in the sheet, Blink,
Correct.
like it will give the pain points, right? So what you're trying to say, all the AI platforms are DeepSeek, whatever, it's give the pain points where the customers are facing and all that.
Correct.
That's you are trying to show, right?
Correct. And if you have all the this, data points from your internal company, for example, you are product manager at Blinkit, right?
Mm.
You will have access to all the tickets, all the internal, stuff that we saw in the PPT, right?
Yeah.
You connect everything at one place and automate with AI prompts. Right now, I've
Hmm.
given, see, I am unable to access, right? So now it is not able to access, right? So it is not working here. How the chat GPT is giving, I don't know. So we have to check that again. So again, check it. Yeah, it is taken the URL and send it. So the DeepSeek is not working here.
Hmm.
So if you see here, I have again pasted on the first same prompt again. I'm doing the same query. And it is see Reddit discussion also I have taken, right? I've added in my prompt. Reddit discussion also considered, not only the Android based on the store, right? Now it will give you the problem areas.
Hmm.
So this is the failure where a lot of product managers are not able to do. I'm telling you, you think this is very easy, but they are not because you have to do consistently. You have to set the process, right? You cannot go
Hmm.
daily do chat GPT prompt and all. No, you have to set the systems because AI products are learning systems, right? You have to set this process. You have to build the automation. You have to sit with product engineering head and tell, I need this as a product manager, right? I enable me this for this, right? So now when you executive all your pain points, see, and what was the, and then you execute your second, right? So this was all frequency, severity and frequency and root cause, likely root cause, top user pain points, right? Broken post purchase experience, operational viability, qualitative assurance, and whatever is that, right? So recommendations, senior product manager, you can change, right? Whatever you want. But main prompt is that you have to analyze that data from this Blinkit, or you give all the links where Blinkit has open data sources, right? You can also build that project that. Now let's jump to if who has not done the product in terms of the second prompt, right? Go to the second prompt here. Everybody has done the second prompt. Who has not done? Let me close this file. May for this for regular program. Okay. So what we got is the all the insights and pain point. So here try to understand what is you are getting the output, right? Don't test the your prompt automations. That is very important. And test it for a couple of weeks, then do full automation agent. This is called product discovery agents. A lot of company has built already, right? And then you go and put the next prompt, right? Nothing to give because it is connected to previous prompt. And this way you will get entirely your process of JTBT. What is JTBT? Jobs to be done. What are the tasks customer is doing to solve their problems, right? And they have done all the, and this is given in particular syntax, right? What is the problem statement? Why target? See, critical P0, P0, P1. And you can challenge this tool itself, right? You can write a prompt and challenge this thinking, right? That now when you got it, now quickly we'll execute the third one. So we'll finish up fast. So now we got the problem statement. That's very important. Now you'll give the opportunities, right? Now those opportunities. Guys, go to this page number, this one. Yeah, page number is not there. Let me insert page number. Do not take a lot of time. Yeah. So now we go to our prompt number 3. Everybody get into the prompt number 3, guys. Prompt number 2, everybody got their pain points? Statement.
I have a question, please.
Yeah, sure.
Is it possible to watch this lecture later because I can't keep up with the speed. It's so fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll share you the video and prompts, everything, PPT and all that presentation. You can try later on also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, do your prompt 2. Everybody has done prompt 2, yes and no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So I will wait here and then so this is very small, this in this session, but when we detail, we have to go in detail when we do in the course, right? These are not only 5 prompts, there will be 15 prompts there to do this because we deep dive and challenge everything, right? As a real product manager. So then you just put here and now you will get the opportunities, right? What are the pain gains? And here we are trying to do the value proposition canvas, which is gives you the, and you should know what is value proposition canvas, what is pain gain. So here we are not teaching you the, basics also, but we are trying to do how quickly you can leverage AI. See, pain gain map, customer pain, emotional pain, then their desired gain and product opportunity. See, getting it? Then your opportunity list, top 5, Blinkit trust layer. So Blinkit has to build trust layer, which is missing right now. Instant resolution engine, resolve the problems. See, smart basket. These are 3 areas they have told. Reliable delivery promise, plus loyalty loops. So an opportunity is reduce post-order friction. See, they are losing the business. A lot of increase habit formation. This is very important. We have to learn how to build habit formation products. So like WhatsApp is a habit. We go to WhatsApp, everything, right? They have built very good product, right? Improve delivery reliability. So all opportunity you can challenge. There can be next prompt also to challenge. But now let's quickly go and check the other prompt in terms of prompt 4, right? Now you do a prioritization, right? So I am using here rice. See, only one. You can challenge here, use rice and then use Kano and everything you can put it together, right? And then finally from Moscow to rice to Kano, all 3 you can put in one prompt. So one result will validate another and then third. So then you execute your third prompt. See how quickly, and you can wipe code and show your roadmap in terms of wireframes, right? Quick. So this is the roadmap, this is the wireframe, everything. Blink it opportunity, see? And what research you have to do? Now you have to research. See, this is my hypothesis coming from the secondary inside. Now what research I'll talk to people? There will be research plan, right? See, survey, 2000 people they are telling. Qualitative deep interview, 40 users. Whatever is coming from secondary data, you have to validate from real people, right? So that's why you have to take interview first, and then you do the questionnaire. Then you do the RISE scoring. This is all metrics. How many people reach impact? Anybody knows RISE scoring? Yes or no? It will teach you in detail in RISE, where you see the reach, how many people they are reaching, what is the impact on the business, how internal team is confident. And this is a mix of qualitative and quantitative uh, framework for prioritization. Both quantity is there. This is called quantity. Impact is a quantity, and confidence and efforts are mostly qualitative because your team is telling how many man days I will take efforts, right? We are confident to build it, right? So that's why it's giving a reasoning, right? So we use one only here, and you get your in terms of phase they have given, but main thing is scoring. So you see the highest scoring is coming this thing, instant resolution engine, and this thing. See, this blanket trust layer. It telling no, you can still build personalized smart basket. It is 106. So there is a formula. You multiply this and divide by efforts. So it will get you see divide by efforts. So reach, impact, and confidence, you multiply and divide by effort. So you get a scoring like this, right? But you should know manually how to do it. And we'll practice in Excel in the program, right? So now we quickly get into the last prompt, and which is you're building your 90 days roadmap, right? So that's it. So it will give you the ranking list based on your roadmap. And you can show to your management, to your stakeholders, right? And you can simulate everything, right? 90 days roadmap. See, product roadmap in 90 days. So 90 days, basically three
3 months,
months,
3 months.
3 months, and whatever sprint cycle you are taking, 15 days, 1 month. So you can build all those stuff and start building. And this is the way you show real artifact building, and right? And what research you told it, you can simulate. In other program, we also in our real program, we'll tell you how to do this research with AI, right? So after research plan, it gave you some research plan. See, I told you here. This is very important. This user research. Yes, how you can automate this research, right? So this way, here you get finally your roadmap, right? So this is very quick. We did it in 20 minutes max to max, guys. But it is a very lengthy process when you do. And all these things, a lot of companies are automated. Most of the companies, 20 to 30% have automated this process. And you should know how to do it and try to build with automation process in your company also, with all the data layer and decision-making layer, right? So I'll stop here and we'll ask any questions people have before we close it, right? Any
Are you
questions, guys?
learning automation also here, like to how to automate this process, like rather than doing this manually, going into ChatGPT, putting up the prompts
No,
and then generation of
no,
analysis? Or I
correct.
mean,
Yeah, automation is out of scope because automation has to be done by the product engineering team. You have to have sources. We don't have blanket sources, no, right now. We need to have sources. We have only open sources from Play Store, this Google Play Store. Until unless we don't have sources, we cannot link it. But in this program, we are not doing automation, right? That is not scope of this program, right?
scope, but the product
Hmm.
managers do the automation, or like who
No,
does?
no. Product managers are not required to do the automation. But in terms of that, you need to understand what you're building and then give work with engineering team what you need. Automation is done by your automation team, engineering team only, right?
Okay, the development and also to collaborate with them and get the products to be ready and done. But
Yes,
means
yes, definitely.
okay.
See, what is your core, problem there? What you are doing core? You are trying to solve the problem, right? And you are
Hmm.
trying to build the discovery platform. And now, after building will this, your life will become as a product manager very easy. Yes and no, right? And in companies, they tell will not build this. You will be surprised. They tell will not be this automation for you. You do yourself. You are a product manager. That is your job. So that is a fight with the internal companies people, right? So they have to put the people to do this automation, correct? They have to put the AI engineer to build it. So that's why as a product manager, You start building this and then show the proof. What is the benefit? Build the use case and then try you put a case and with the product CTO and did do it. I have done in 3 companies myself. They were not having this thing, right? So this is the, automate, you are not doing there for writing code. You will give all the logics, what you want, what prompts you want, and you show out the outcome, right? So execution is the main thing, right? If you are not, discovery is not helping you, then is the no use. They will show what is the value you are bringing in rupee terms, in money terms, right? This challenge, it is very difficult, guys. So I have given you the link of the sheet, guys, before the call ending. If you have any questions, please ask. But I want you to, they are, as you saw the steps, 18 steps are there actually, entirely when we do in actual, because I have done so many time. I will again representing the screen. So you should know how to do it, right? And how to build the use case to represent that, right? Until unless you don't know how to do it, then you cannot build the use case also, right? And you cannot understand how you use the decision making, because everything is tool making. Then they will tell after some time what is the use of product manager, right? So this I was talking about, right? All
Understood.
the, yeah. So your main thing is decision making, but you don't know where the decision. You need to have a data first, right? And then you need to check the each, you have gates. In each gate you have a, gatekeeper here. When this is passed, then go to that. This is passed, go to that. Here in this session, we have not implemented, because if this is wrong, this will pass the wrong information to product gain mapping. So you have a, virtual gate, we call it validation gate there, right? So this whole thing works on, and each day or each quarter, weekly, whatever the frequency, you have the data link, you can, always publish your roadmap and check with your current roadmap. They're in aligned, because this all behavior is changing. So a lot of good companies like Google, Netflix, even Salesforce. I worked with L'Oreal. They were using those all things automation, right? In L'Oreal, I built this actually entirely discovery engine. We're sitting with automation. It took 6 months, but we built it. I show the use case benefits, everything to them, and then they starting with building with in APAC region. Then they started with Europe. So I was heading the Europe e-commerce execution piece there, product management. So that's why I'm telling a lot of companies have already in place, and the product manager is the person who plays a critical role, defining the ROI benefits and entire use case and leveraging in terms of the right problem solving and bringing the revenue to the company, right? Okay, guys. So I think if you have any questions, feel free. Otherwise, we'll good to close. And so let me see. Okay. Please add your name here in the sheet if who wants to join. And I'll share the sheet in the group. I'll sharing before closing the call. I'm sharing the group link also. All the, video and everything will be shared there. So you are not losing anything, right? Let me share finally before closing, right? So you have all the links, all the research, and feel free to practice, right? And have confidence, right? That is my always, suggestions to everybody. Who has joined the WhatsApp group, please can share the WhatsApp group again. Otherwise, I'll share again for this program. And feel free to connect. For discovery books, we'll implement. In this, we have not implemented, continuous discovery habits. And there are other books also. Mom test is there. Continuous discovery habits there. 3 books are there. We implement prompts from those books. What are the best practices coming? I have put in prompts for that books. From book, you are implementing the execution piece, right? So book is not only for reading, but also for execution also, right? So let me give the finally WhatsApp group to you, and then we'll close the call. Okay, guys. So any questions? Anything about career? Anything? Any have? Not only to roadmap and this. Anybody wants to ask any question? Please speak. If we don't have any question, good. We are happy to close this session. So, guys, now tell me before closing, do you enjoy the session? What is your feedback? A little bit new perspective, mindset. Objective is to have a better mindset, better approach, right? Practical, right? So let me give you last this group. So anybody wants to speak up, share feedback, good to go, right? Not a problem. Okay, I got one request for the group to join, but if you have not requested, kindly join, right? Because we have area-wise group, so it is easy for us also to share the shared knowledge right there. So, okay, guys, got it. Thanks everybody for investing the time, and please check your chat also. So this is the WhatsApp group I'm sharing again. Thanks, Shivani. Thanks, Raghu. Yeah, okay. Yeah, thanks, Pawan. Good to see you in engagement also, right? So always important to connect people and engage, right? And we'll share this all video, PPT, whatever I have used there, right? And this AI prompt, if you have registered. Guys who have registered, those who anybody who is not registered, let me give the registration link also if you have not registered, guys. Quickly register there. At least you will get everything, right? Let me share the registration link with also. So at least you will get all the upcoming webinars or workshops I'm taking, right? I'm giving the registration link. If you have not registered, register there. It is easy to connect you there, share learning resources, and we'll be sharing some of the books next month also. And AI product management, we have a very good book. If you have not gone to the LinkedIn group, we have around now 10,000 members, right? Let me lastly give you the registration if you have not done, right? Just copy paste in your notebook, notepad right now, and you can do it later on, right? But it is very important to connect, right? So thanks a lot, everybody. And I'm giving you the link first of all. That is important. Okay. So let me see who is there. Got it. So I got the link, and before closing the call, yeah, this is the link, guys, in the chat. You can register everything you will get. And now we have Ruchi. Yeah, she's our student. Nobula is there. Pawan, we have good. So anybody, Ruchi, want to share any feedback? What is your learning experience? Nobula, anybody?
It's wonderful. Like every day I'm learning new things,
Okay.
and I really appreciate Amit sir. Like he is the one who always pushes me to do something.
Yeah.
He want he actually push everyone to do something good in their career.
Thanks a lot. Thanks. See, because new things take time to learn because our mindset has to change, right? You will not learn 100% everything which I know, but at least you'll start your journey, right? I'm just making it easier. I might use some simple example, but I want you to learn and be, success in your journey. That is my goal, right? So guys, please join. Convenient to chat to me on book one-to-one call also career if you want. So happy to guide you guys. Okay. Thanks everybody, guys. Then see you in the next session, which is on next Saturday, right?
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Amit
Thanks.
sir.
Thanks a lot. Bye bye.
Bye bye, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Yeah.